What's going on, folks? Rick here. I'm back with another video. I'm here to do something a little bit different from my typical video, and I'm here to talk about COVID-19 and what I'm doing at this point. I'm currently in line at the Aqueduct Racetrack in New York at a drive-through COVID-19 testing facility. So let me fast forward, or let me rewind, that is, to about 5 weeks ago. So I'm an essential worker. I have to come into work on a daily basis, regardless of the stay-at-home order. I do have to go in on a daily, and I did have some concerns because I developed a bit of a sore throat. So I developed a sore throat, but it is allergy season in New York. I do have sinus issues, so who's to say that sore throat wasn't anything more or anything less? So I started becoming really hyper concerned about whether I have it, whether I don't have it, whether I'm passing it to my family. I have a 4-year-old daughter, I have a 10-year-old daughter, and I have a 13-year-old son. And obviously I don't want to be passing it to anyone, whether it's my immediate family, my mother, my father, whoever it may be. So I wanted to get tested. I called 311, which is the local information hotline for the city of New York. And about 5 weeks ago, I raised some concerns. I had some people at my job, not direct contact with me, but people at my job who have been succumbing to COVID-19 and developing COVID-19 after getting tested. So I figured it was time to get tested. So after speaking to 311, they asked me a few questions. I let them know what was going on, and they told me a doctor would be calling me in 2 to 3 days. It's now 5 weeks later, and I actually got a phone call yesterday to say we're going to schedule you for a test, which I was just completely shocked. Just to give you a bit of background, New York kind of changed their testing policies. I've been seeing a lot of articles. When I called 311 again, maybe like 2 weeks ago, to kind of like follow up to see what was going on, they basically told me the new policy is unless you have to be admitted in the hospital for COVID-19, that's the only way you're going to get tested. So I kind of just like gave up hope of getting tested. Just I figured I'm going to do the sensible thing, wear my face mask, wear my gloves, change them often, wash my hands as often as possible, and stay 6 feet away. But obviously my main concern is my family. So I was shocked that they actually called me to get tested. So I'm not passing up the opportunity, even though currently I really don't have symptoms of COVID-19. I have a tiny bit of a sore throat, but again, I do have seasonal allergies, and that's normal this time of year. So we're at the drive-thru. Let's pan over again. I had an 11:30 appointment. It is now 11:54. We're slowly crawling up to these tents over here. Let's zoom in a little bit so you can see better. We have some, I believe, National Guard gentlemen here and some state troopers that are here as well. So basically, if you're not familiar with this testing, they stick a swab up your nose to test you, and it kind of goes to the back of your throat. It's a little bit uncomfortable, and they told me that the results will come in 2 to 3 days. I have heard some horror stories of people who have gotten tested and they had to wait 2 or 3 weeks to get their results back. But have faith at this point with the ramping up of testing that it's going to be a lot quicker. So I was told 2 to 3 days, and let's hope they stick to that. I don't think I could film inside the tent, so I'll let you guys know on the other side how my experience was. I'll definitely note how it felt and what exactly happened. So anyone that has concerns about getting tested or going through a drive-through and getting tested, these tents, your car drives through, and they test you out over here. I think first you have to see this first tent here. They check your information, and then you keep moving on down the road. Real quick, this is like just straight military. I thought there would be more like local personnel, but this is straight military. I just finished the test. Going in, it was extremely military. They were all military. They're all wearing army fatigues. I'm not sure what branch of military, but they were all military. Even the guy that checked me. So basically, They make you put your ID on top of your dashboard. You put your ID on your dashboard. They verify if you have an appointment. There are tons of people that are coming that don't have an appointment. On top of that, there are people that have appointment and they're bringing other people in their car. So those people are getting turned away as well. So that's something to keep in mind if you are going to get tested in one of those drive-through facilities. So the testing portion, the guy told me, don't move, don't touch it, and don't move around when he sticks, which essentially is a elongated Q-tip. And it was a Q-tip form. He stuck it in my nose. He had me roll my window down halfway only. He stuck it in my nose. He had a glass face shield. I did see him put on a new pair of gloves when it came to me, so I'm not sure if they're supposed to put on new gloves with each person that comes through. But I did see him put on new gloves. He had me roll the window down halfway. He stuck it in my nose. He told me don't move. It was uncomfortable. I'm not saying it was unbearable, but it was uncomfortable to have like a thick foreign Q-tip object up your nose. But hey, that's a small price to pay for that peace of mind of either knowing or not knowing whether or not you have the corona. Then they gave me this card. Turn over, see if I can put it in the shot. And here's the card of the laboratory that's testing. You create an account, and they're saying after 48 hours I should have my results. So it's over. I'm done. I am going to be nervously waiting these results for the next 2 days. I'm just gonna like continue on with my day as if I'm not waiting for this, and when I get home I'll create that account, and that's it. So guys, that's my video. If you're thinking about getting tested in a drive-through facility, that's kind of what it's like. It's highly militarized, and you know there were healthcare workers there as well, and I got it done. So I'm happy I was able to do it. Now let's wait for the results and hope everything's okay. See you guys in the next video.